Hey everyone, it's Josh Cocciardi, Business Intelligence Engineer here at Enertiv. A big part of my job is helping owners and operators separate the signal from the noise when it comes to their own operational data. Because as everyone knows by now, data is only as good as the action that it drives. This can range from indoor air quality measurements to maintenance and efficiency insights to the severity of alarms being triggered by sensors. But today, I'm going to focus on ESG disclosures and reporting, which are some of the hottest but least understood aspects of modern building operations. If you do a quick Google search for information about ESG, you'll probably see some big names talking about what ESG is, but at a very high level. It's hard to find information about exactly where to begin or how to plan your next steps if you're responsible for reporting and improving performance. So to keep it simple, I'll focus on GRESB, which is a reporting framework tailored to real assets like commercial real estate. Like many initiatives, ESG can be broken down into 3 steps: collecting data, visualizing data, and then driving action. Fortunately, unlike a lot of smart building strategies that require complex integrations, ESG is actually pretty easy to execute on. First, collecting data. There are 2 primary types of data that are necessary for ESG reporting. The first is quantitative, and this focuses more on consumption data at a utility level. And the second is qualitative, which is typically filled in through a survey. Unfortunately, today, many portfolios are struggling with both parts, but it really doesn't have to be this way. To start, it's actually straightforward to automatically pull in consumption data, either directly from the utility or from third-party services like Energy Star's Portfolio Manager. And then when it comes to collecting survey information, there's no reason you need to send a spreadsheet around the portfolio and deal with all the issues inherent in collecting asset level data. This can be done in a TurboTax-like software that pre-populates data and simplifies the survey for the on-site teams. So next is what to do with all this information. And before we can determine the actions, we should be able to answer a basic set of questions. Things like, do you know how much energy and fuel your portfolio uses? Do you have any insight into how your properties are operating and why they are performing the way they are? Do you know how that compares to an industry benchmark? And finally, can you easily prioritize or prioritize at all projects or target properties that are underperforming? Now, this brings us squarely to the point of data, which is to drive action. The first action is to streamline the reporting process. And the nice thing about automatically ingesting the utility data and then doing the survey and software is that it can be submitted to GRESB with a one-click integration. But reporting for the sake of it will only get you so far. Soon enough, investors and tenants are going to start making real decisions based on performance and not just the disclosure checkbox. So what you want to do is use the easy-to-collect utility data to inform where you want to focus your optimization efforts. Energy use intensity, or Energy Star scores, are great ways to go about doing this. I know they're not perfect, as many landlords facing Local Law 97 fines in New York City in a few years will tell you about, but it's a great start. Basically, instead of looking at the total consumption, these are evaluating the consumption per square foot to help determine which buildings should be looked into deeper based on their relative performance. The options for actually improving performance is a topic for another video, but for now, I would just like for you to know that ESG is more straightforward than it appears, and it can be easy with the right tools. Thanks again for listening. My name's Josh with Enertiv. Have a great day.